G'day choppers. It has been over 2 years now since we have started making YouTube videos, and very fortunate enough to play some of the best golf courses in Australia, and now a couple we've done in New Zealand that were okay. But what I thought I would do is I wanted to run down my top 10 favourite golf courses that I've played so far. If there's a golf course out there that is not on the list, put it down to the fact that we probably haven't played it yet, but I will go through some plans we have and some golf courses that I really want to tick off the bucket list. So, all right, number 10 on, hang on, I'll do the intro. Ron's top 10 golf courses. Okay, number 10. Now, this one is in WA. It does look a little rough around the edges. It's just the potential this place has, if it was looked after, would be mind-blowing, and that's Araluen Estate. This is probably a 45-minute drive outside of Perth, and once you're there, especially if you play early in the morning, you wouldn't even realise you're in Perth. It has amazing sort of layout, some of the most unique holes I've ever seen. The 16th par 3, where the ball is in the air forever. The water on the 9th. It's just one of those golf courses that you could play without a scorecard and still have a great time. When you go play there, it's probably going to cost you $65 for 18 holes, and that's to walk, but I probably wouldn't walk either. I would probably grab a cart because some of the treks between holes are pretty long. But do yourself a favour. Araluen, number 10. Okay, number 9, and this one is in Victoria, and this is the Heritage Golf Club. Now, the Heritage has 2 golf courses. We have filmed on both. We did a breaking par on the St John course, which I believe they play the Heritage Classic on. And then when Luke Kwan was over, we went out and played on the Henley side. Bit foggy, but I tell you what, the Henley side is sneaky good. It's St John, I think, is the main course you use because it's right in front of the clubhouse. But that Henley side, that par 5 with the tree in the way, this par 4 that just goes straight down the hill, it has some pretty unique holes, and I wouldn't actually mind going back out there and actually playing a full 18 on the Henley side, because I'm really on the fence on which side I like the best. Probably the biggest population of kangaroos I've ever seen too. They have a serious amount of kangaroos on that golf course. Now, I went on the website to see how much it would cost you for a game. Didn't say you have to send them an email. Don't want to know. Okay, number 8. Now, this one is back in WA, and I reckon most people would have heard of that, and that's the Junalup Resort. This is a 27-hole layout, and again, mainly the quarry side, I think, has some of the most unique golf holes I've ever seen in Australia. The quarry third over the water, the massive bunker on the par 5, fourth, yeah. Just such a unique looking golf course. Every side is different to the other. Now, if you're going to go play this golf course, it's going to cost you $183, but I think that includes a cart. And these are all weekend rates too, so this is as expensive as it's going to get. Number 7. Now, this one is up there in my books, and that is Royal Adelaide. Like, you get told to go to Melbourne, but I tell you what, put Adelaide on the list of places to go and see, because those 4 big ones that are in the city are unbelievable, and then just getting out of town and Mount Compass and Lynx Lady Bay, there's amazing golf courses in Adelaide. But back to Royal Adelaide, train going through the middle, amazing little layout, not too many trees, but I tell you what, you go in that rough and it will really catch you. Now, this one. If you do not have a golf link number and you're not a member of any golf course, to play at Royal Adelaide on a Sunday is going to cost you $525. If you have a golf link number, it's going to cost you $400. So that is pretty up there in price to get onto Royal Adelaide, but it is an amazing golf course. Number 6, honestly, this one was my favourite for all of last year for a very, very long time, and it's in Brisbane, and it's Brookwater. Now, this place they say is close to Australia's Augusta, and when you get there and the tree lines and the fact that you play one hole, you can't see the next, that's something I love. You feel like you're the only one out there. Amazing layouts. I can't even think of, there's so many holes that stand out. It's just more the fact that it feels like there's no wind, birds are chirping, you and a golf ball, like there's nothing better than that. Do yourself a favour and get to Brookwater. Now, if you want to, it's going to cost you $150 to play. These are all walking prices, and I reckon at Brookwater you probably want a card as well. Okay, so before I give you number 5, I wanted to rattle off a couple of places that we want to do and we want to play, and it probably will explain why it's not on the list either. So Bonville and all those courses down in Tassie, that is definitely a trip that we have planned. We just got to pick the time of year, because you can get there and it can be an absolute disaster if you pick the wrong week or get the wrong weather. So if you don't see Bonville, it's just because I haven't played it, but I definitely want to get down there and play all of them. Cape Wickham, all of those ones in Tassie. I want to go back to Melbourne and we want to go play PK, Peninsula Kingswood. Apparently it is, a lot of people rate it higher than Royal Melbourne, and that's just not from 1 or 2 people. That gets said a lot. So Royal Melbourne does have a lot of the heritage, but I tell you what, I went to PK for a beer, one of the best beers I've ever had. Cathedral, which I think is very, very exclusive, but I reckon that would be awesome to go and show you guys what that looks like. I don't know, I've not seen anyone play on it, so it'd be cool to show off each hole and just what that Cathedral Lodge looks like. And then I think we were talking about a Vietnam trip. The Da Nang, I think, is turned into a massive golf capital. Lots of golf courses, would love to do that trip. And I'll tell you what, the way things are going and how we've been sort of climbing, to go over to the UK would be pretty cool. Imagine getting a game at St Andrews. Old Ronnie Boy on the bridge. Oh, that is just like a bucket list thing that I would love to do. And I'll tell you what, there's a couple of big names over there. Peter Finch, Ricky Shields, my mate. It'd be great to link up with those guys and do some videos. And there's a couple others over there that'd be cool to, yeah, just go experience. I've never played golf in England, so I just want to see what it's like. Probably dominate, I would have thought. Yeah. All right, back to my list. We are back in Adelaide and we are at Kyonga. Now, I played Kyonga in some of the strongest winds I've ever played in, and I still love the layout. It made me think if I came back and it was early morning, that early morning frost, crisp, just freshly mown greens, that course would just pop and it would be amazing. So Kyonga, if you would like to go play Kyonga, it's going to cost you $395. Adelaide's expensive. Adelaide's really expensive. Another thing we're doing, so now obviously talking about these amazing private clubs that are very exclusive, very expensive, and that's why me and Joel have decided that we're going to do a couple of videos while we're back in WA, and we're just going to go down to the public courses that everyone can play. Well, it's all good playing these amazing places that cost an arm and a leg, but we definitely want to go back and play some public courses and show them off too. Number 4. Now, this one was close to being one as well. It's been a dog battle with this top 4. They could all be number 1, really. But in very recent video, Milbrook, and specifically the Coronet side, just the day we had there, the layout of that golf course, the condition of that golf course, the mountains, oh man. Honestly, playing in New Zealand and playing in Queenstown specifically has ruined golf a little bit for me. Like, how do you go back to just playing just a straightforward golf course when you've had the chance to play with mountains in the background? And oh man, it's just pretty depressing thinking about it now. Just unbelievable. Like, there's the other side, we played 9 holes, didn't win any money, don't rate it. But yeah, the Coronet side, I would love to go back and play that again because it was absolutely perfect. If you would like to play Milbrook, it is going to cost you $245, which if you convert that back to Aussie, that's like $17.50. Okay, number 3, we're heading back to Australia. We're in Victoria again, and we are looking at the National, and specifically the Old Course. Now, this is probably one of the hardest golf courses that you will ever play. I played it with no wind, and apparently that happens 4 or 5 times a year, and I struggle. I remember hitting the ball very well, and just battling out. A lot of placement off the tee with an iron, but then like a 4-iron to get to the green that had 14 different slopes. The views you get from some of those holes, the condition of the golf course are just, yeah, still one of my favorites, even though it was so hard. If you would like to play the National, you can only play if you know a member. And even then it's gonna cost you $155. Okay, top 2. This juggled back and forth, back and forth. Number 2 is Jack's Point in Queenstown. Now, again, I played it in a bloody hurricane, even to the point where the guys in the shop said, oh, it's gonna be pretty bad one, the Savo, which is just what you want to hear before you go out. But just like, I don't even, like, just put video over the top of what it looked like. It's just, what is that? What is that? Honestly, that is ridiculous. And the only thing I would say that probably meant, like, the only reason it's not number 1 is just how hard it was in the wind, and that is a pretty regular occurrence there. So your average Joe that plays off maybe an 18, playing off the whites on a windy day like that, you're losing a heap of balls, and you're gonna need a couple of stiff drinks when you finish. So that's the only reason, the fact that it can play so hard when that wind picks up. I mean, that's most places, but specifically Jack's, man. But yeah, like, unreal. To play at Jack's Point, it's gonna cost you $325. You will need a cart. You cannot walk that place. I don't think you can. Where are you gonna put your beer? All right, you probably maybe figured out what I think is my favorite golf course, and it is in New South Wales, Coffs Harbour, and that is Bonville Resort. G'day choppers, we've made the trek to one of the best golf courses I've ever seen. Probably Australia's Augusta, and they've nailed it. It's unbelievable. I can't wait to go out there and shoot millions. Now, I had Brookwater up there as the place that seemed like it was like Augusta, and then I went to Bonville, and wowee, that took the mantle off Brookwater. Just unreal. Tree lined, can't see anyone else out there. Didn't have a breath of wind the day we played it. Big echoey every time you hit a ball, seeing the ball shoot into the mountains. Clubhouse, looking over the 18th green. You could stay there too. You could stay on, basically where you're staying is on the first hole. And I think it's, I'm gonna say this out loud and I'm probably wrong, but it's about $425 to stay the night and then play golf as well with a cart. So yeah, if it's something on your bucket list, that's definitely one you got to look at. Yeah, I would love to go back to Bonville just because I remember every single hole, and I don't really do that much. If I can remember every single hole and it's been a good year since I've played there, that must have been a good golf course. So that's it. There's my top 10. Obviously, people disagree. That's fine. It's just what I enjoyed. There's so many others that we need to go do, and I'm pretty excited to go and do that. But yeah, looking forward to another 2 years. Thank you very much for helping us out. We're nearly at 60,000 subs, which is crazy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I know, weird looking Aussie, but get on board this train. It's good fun. We have a laugh. Sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit golf. But I'm hoping to bring you some more unique golf courses and just your everyday golf courses as well, just to show off what golf we have off in Australia. But thanks very much. See you next time.